Hello everybody, welcome back to the GamerMuscle YouTube channel live. Don't click the like button, don't subscribe, and definitely do not drink tea because it's a terrible drink. Oh no, actually the opposite. Well, you know what's happened just a minute ago. The old kunos lads and girls and boys and men's just dropped. What did they drop? They just dropped a updatio to the Assetto Corsa. It's now version 1.1.0. I mean, how many decimal places? It could be version 1.1.0.0.0. Okay. I've got my coffee. I've got my, just had some, what did I just eat? Can't remember what they're called, but I've eaten them. Bets paid out on early. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this feels different. Unfortunately, earlier today, I seem to have like strained my wrist, so I don't know how much I'm going to be driving this. We'll see. Hopefully it's all right with this Formula rim, but yeah. Hopefully I'm not totally. Oh, okay. Hopefully we're okay. So let's. So they've. Well, you know, let's see what's happened here. We've got a new car, I think, to try out. Some 2019 content, I believe. Someone type in chat. Someone type in chat, guys, what the new content is. So I do not know it off the top of my head. I don't have a server, no. Maybe someone could make one, that'd be cool. Oh, this looks nice. Oh, hang on. We can move the camera left and right. First person shooter mode. Oh, that's cool. Could you do that before? Oh, it's the McLaren Shadow. Looks nice. It's weird when you do that. You can see the reflection in the road. That is a nice car, though. I don't know what the alien's about. I guess because they're alien drivers. I mean, the car models on this are absolutely superb. So the lighting and shading from Unreal Engine. That's like, I can see it's like a dirt map. It's nice. It's a very round road. Look at the drifting. Donut. Okay. Let's, oh, well, oh, I see. 2018, 2019. We can... So you can look left and right, but you can't, like, float around. It was fair enough. Have they fixed the VR? I don't know. The thing is, this uses a deferred renderer, so it's all, and it's quite a heavy game. So I don't think it's ever going to be particularly good in VR. Maybe in like 4 or 5 years' time. But whatever they do, I mean, you know, they'll keep optimizing it. But whatever they do, it's not going to really compete with iRacing AC and what have you with VR. Just from a raw processing standpoint. Oh, look at it, golden. Looks like an N64 controller. I mean, this is just spinning cars. Reminds me of. Do you remember R Factor 1? Although if you could spin and let go and it keeps spinning, so they've missed that feature out. Right. What car do we go for then? Oh, look at it. It's really nice actually just being able to rotate it. You can really appreciate the details. Look at the refueling. That's not the isn't it? That's for refueling, isn't it? And then This is for lift the hydraulic jacks over here, isn't it? Pretty sure. To lift the car off the ground for the pit stops. I believe, unless I've got that back to front. Scroll on the new Audi, okay. Is it this one? Yeah, I mean, these cars, they are pretty amazing in real life as well to see. Obviously, very affordable cars. You know, very, very easy to get into motorsport. They've kept the cost down. They're like, pro! Look at the exhaust. Oops. I messed that up. Hang on, we can scroll this up. What's going on here? Oh, Z and A's up and down. All right, fair enough. Well, just go for the Audi. I just scrolled through it there. I've gone mental. Where is it? The Aston Martin looks nice. Go for the McLaren. I mean, yeah, the McLaren does seem attractive to me. And the McLaren is the type of car that's interesting. Has interesting handling. What is this? Is this some kind of like tow, lock-on tow system? No, where's the tow? No, it's like an... What is that? Do not know what that is. There you go. Is it the jack system? Oh, okay, yeah, the hydraulic input for the hydraulic jack to lift it off the ground. No, this is the fuel hole. The horn. Yeah, I guess because they just put them in different places for the different cars. Blow off valve. No, I think it is a hydraulic jack system because these cars have, as I was saying with the other car, like they put it in, it lifts it off the ground inside the car. Yeah, it's like built in. I mean, it'd be cool to have that on road cars, you know. Flat tire, push a button. Right, I'm going to go for the. I mean, this looks amazing. So it's a shame about the font. McLaren Shadow is a really nice idea, but whoever came up with the font needs to be sent to North Korea. Come on, whichever if you're watching this, if you're the graphic designer that came up with the font for this, do you just hate dyslexics or something? Right, we're going. That'll do. Confirm that. Quick race. Oh, that's fine. I'll be interested to see if this feels different. No, but going.
Going double file.
I had a bug before where I know, there we go. I should put a frame rate count on the screen, really. Force feedback feels the same, so there's that. Cockpit looks crazy. Crazy detail cockpit. Look at the... it looks like it might be a touch sharper than before. The...
You're on the left.
Ow, you... Jesus Christ. Okay, I might need to turn my force feedback down a bit. Let's turn the force feedback down. I do not want broken wrist. I've got my wheel on 100%. Don't want broken wrist today. Let's restart that.
Stay in double file.
Hello, Jesus Christ. Thank you for turning up. I've already knackered this wrist. I don't want to knacker this one as well. Been a bad day. Oh, no sim racing because I've strained both my wrists. Yeah, the cockpit looks really nice. I feel like I'm driving a spaceship. I would either go for a CSL Elite or I would buy a DD of some kind. And of course, if you buy Fanatec stuff, feel free to use my affiliate link.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left.
I haven't changed any files, no. I was just loading it up. To turn the traction control down. See what have I got it bound to?
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Can't remember where the. I need to rebuy some buttons here.
On the left.
Oh, okay, that's ABS. Engine maps. Well, that's ABS as well. My little Delta display. It's my Oh, there we go. Oh no, well that's... What's going on here? Why is that? Oh, hang on. Oh, it's actually directly... it's actually lined up. I was expecting to be up and down, but it's actually going to these. Awesome. It's actually using the dials on the wheel properly. So, that's actually cool. So, why is it bound to two other things as well? I guess if you want to change it on the fly. Well, that's that. So, I can turn the traction control off. Okay.
Double file.
Hey, Bill Jones. He's a little bit more slippy. It's good.
Green light. Give it all you can.
green light, boys.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, the exhaust sounds quite
Car on
nice.
the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, come on, guys. Robert Chukuru! Hey, Robert, how's it going, man? How you doing, Rob? You're 1 month away from 2 years of being a channel member.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Dive bomb by him. Live chat on the screen. Oh, yeah, it's a YouTube thing.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I haven't yet. No, I'm going to do that after this. I just loaded up the game to just see if anything had, you know, anything stood out. Going to brake really early with these.
Clear on the right.
You do need a pretty fast computer to get this to run well whilst looking nice, yeah. Yeah, could be fun doing some Wreckfest, yeah. I've been wanting to play that for quite a while. Are you able to detect understeer? I know there might be a little bit going on, but not a huge amount. The thing is, this track's a fairly simple track, so. Time for PMQ. Oh God, what are they doing now? Let's not talk about politics because I want to drown myself. I can't take it. Can't take it. UK's so dumb. It should be renamed Stupiditics. It's TC1 max strength. I can never remember. It's put on TC12. Oh, that's TC off. Okay, fair enough. Well, it's quite impressive that Kunos managed to get a driving simulator into Unreal Engine, to be honest. Really, it's not, you know, the engine's for like platformers and FPSs, really.
Well done, mate. That's your best.
It's what happens if you turn traction control off. Ah, you bugger. Yeah, the AI are totally oblivious to you. I mean, fair enough, I am like spun it there. So you get really nice force feedback from when you like absolutely welly the side of the tyre. Like I think it's like a tyre carcass vibration. This is what happens if you overcook the tyres with the traction control off.
Not over yet.
Tyres are like, no. I think they changed to Unreal because they wanted something that looked really nice, and it's a cross-platform engine, and a lot of developers are familiar. A lot of people are familiar on the development side. If you wanted to build an engine that could be used by a larger studio, or if you're going to like license stuff with it or move the physics engine into other products, it's a good engine for longevity in that sense. It's kind of like it's kind of like the de facto game engine at the moment, or one of them at least. There's two or three. Kartcraft's not like the level. The tracks aren't as big in Kartcraft, and there's not as much going on, so it's going to be a lot less demanding to run a Kartcraft track and karts than it is something like ACC. I think the engine sounds in this are really nice. You get a really good sense of the engine roaring away. Oh yeah, I'm going to tweak that text file in a second and just... as it is, without tweaking anything, it's not really changed the force feedback in terms of information that I'm aware of, that I've noticed. I think that's just by design. They've got a philosophy of the force feedback with this game, and that's what they're sticking to, I believe. We'll see. The cars are like, they're super planted in this, which might be more realistic, but I think the driving in this, I think, becomes like really clinical. Right, let's try editing that file. Whoops. The load times in this are insane. As in, like, so quick. You see it, like, caches it, but still. Like, it doesn't load everything in advance like with other Sims and games, but even so, where is this? Assetto Corsa Competizione. Where's this file that we're supposed to be editing? Maybe we can get an online server going. That'd be cool. There we go. Check your controls.json file. Is it in documents? Yeah. Documents, Assetto Corsa Competizione, config. Controls. I'm hyped for Automobilista 2. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be like Project Cars 2, but with some like absolutely awesome vehicles in it. like really good physics, really well executed vehicles. That's what Reza do. Really, you know. Just editing the text file here, if I can find it. Controls.json. I need to install. I know it is. If you ever editing text files, I highly recommend getting Notepad++. It's like the best Notepad editor. Which line are we editing here? Force feedback, interval, steps. Hang on, this file's massive. Control F. Force feedback. Gain. Lock. Oh, here we go. So it's on 0. Oh, it is on 0. It's on 0 already. So it was already on it. It was already set to 0. Yeah, I don't know. No need for that. I guess that might be, maybe that was in another version, and you don't need to do that anymore because they've just set it to default. Hello, Harry Hallstrom. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Oh, it's in the game now anyway. Oh, there you go. It's already in the menu. Oh, dear. Okay. Maybe we'll turn that down a bit. Get a server going. Yeah, that'd be cool. Best feature in any game with 3D is rotating stuff. Have any of you done 3D modelling? You find yourself just rotating what you're modelling over and over again. I don't know what it is. I've noticed this with everyone, the 3D artists as well. But when I was doing 3D modelling, just end up rotating stuff in 3ds Max constantly. I don't know, it's just really satisfying. You should reduce the in-game game to 60. I could do. It didn't feel like it was clipping. It didn't feel like it was clipping, to be honest. I don't know why I'm listening to chat. Never listen to the chat room. Everything is broken. Right, okay, single. I'm just going to go for the Ferrara. Oh, it does. I mean, look at that, guys. These models are absolutely gorgeous. Even the little, like, grill. Hello, Crazy Ivan. Into the cockpit. I think there should be like they should have a programmed auto rotate that's really slow when you go to the menu, so you don't have to manually rotate. It just look really cool. A super smooth slow rotation would look really nice, I think. Right, starty. Chris Bow. Well, the name seems familiar. I'm really bad at remembering names. Hello, Philoggy. Right. You have to bear with me. I've been up since really early this morning, so I'm a little bit more brain dead than usual. I think the road textures seem to be coming through better.
Green light. Go, go, go.
I don't know if they've adjusted the filtering and stuff.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Coming through, boys. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's not really giving. Yeah, it's still the same obvious philosophy with the force feedback. So if you didn't like it before, you won't like it now. I don't think. It's kind of it's mid corner. It's really on-off force feedback, so it's effectively useless for knowing if you're driving too hot or feeling out the sort of forces on the car. That you can't drive from feel from it basically. But these cars are so stable and where's he going?
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
You know, they're super stable cars. I don't know what the AI is on. Probably like 70 or something. I don't know. My FFV's way too big, too wide, but I don't know. But it feels like it's on like 50 or something. It's on frequency doesn't. Force feedback frequency won't change the feel of a game's force feedback in the sense of it giving you more or less like variance for like certain physics characteristics. Frequency will just make the force feedback feel smoother, less notchy. It might fix some things like if you like certain curve vibrations, or you do get some benefits from high frequency force feedback, but just changing the frequency of force feedback does not fundamentally change a game's force feedback, if that makes sense. A good demonstration of that is if you ever use IRFFB, you can use that to up the frequency of the force feedback in iRacing. Or if you've got like a SimuCube, you can use like interpolation and you just end up with like a much smoother force feedback, but you don't get more detail. Probably can change the force feedback on the fly. I don't know what the shortcut is though. I don't think Fanatec are intending to do what AccuForce have done. So AccuForce have foundation force feedback where it generates force feedback from the game's telemetry, so you don't have to use the game's force feedback. I'm not sure. I've heard conflicting ideas on if FanaLabs will enable that or not. You can set things in FanaLab like vibration for understeering things, but you can't. It doesn't have that equivalent of the foundation force feedback that you've got with AccuForce. Yeah, I'm not going to start a server, but if someone could start a server then and password it, then we can all join it. I've just driven two different cars.
Car on the left.
You shouldn't lose force feedback entirely unless you've turned the force feedback off. Where's the menus?
We are halfway through.
They've got ACC to a point where you don't have to spend half an hour in menus anymore. That's nice. Microsoft Flight Sim will bring the menus. Although the menus on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 were like really simple, like really nicely done. You'll love the menus in that. When we menu stream Microsoft Flight Sim, it'll be just as good as the flying. So I'm so hyped for that. Oh, the AI having a bit of a sniff there. I wonder how you can drive and read comments. Well, this is a track I know, and these cars are like really, really planted and obvious in what they do. So, and force feedback, the self-aligning force feedback in this game corrects the back of the car for you, lets you know what's going on there. So, you just read the chat when you're going down straights and stuff, or when something major's not happening. So that's how you text and drive. But you can't do it. The thing is, racetracks are fairly predictable, but real roads aren't, so. Predictable chat. I hate you, GamerMuscle. What's it? Hello, Elliot Ray. They just released it now, yeah, for everyone. We could try the Bentley. Personally, I just find the handling of the vehicles in ACC super clinical. I mean, it might be realistic, but it's like... It doesn't feel like you have that fine control. Like, you know when you play iRacing or even AC iRacing? I don't know. iRacing in particular... I mean, as I said, I don't like iRacing over the limit and at the limit, but under the limit, you have really, really fine positional control of the cars. Like going through the, just in general, like everything's like feels really granular for input and precision. And I get that as well in AC. AC is not as sort of twitchy or pokey as iRacing, but in this, it just feels like. It's like you're driving a tank or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's just me. And that might be how the real... I'm sure the real cars are super planted and placid in a sense. I'm not saying that's necessarily unrealistic, but from a gaming perspective, I find it more fun if the car's a bit more twitchy. It looks like AC was sold. I think the tracks are a little bit more detailed in this. The texture works a little bit better. Just a little bit. Yeah, I wonder why the... I'm sure that's just a thing they can adjust on the LOD on the back of this... on the back of this car. I think Unreal's got like a fading LOD system, so... Maybe that's just a variable that needs changing. Hello, Johannes Sweetas.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Turn the Fanatec wheels to max while having it at 45 to... okay, I don't know. It's... I mean, I can try that. Whoops. That was an example of a bad time to read the chat. Last corner, last lap. Yeah, weirdly. So, like I said this before, Project Cars 2 on a motion rig feels really nice, like the way the motion comes through. Yeah, motion rigs really help, especially ones with heave, where they, like the D-box type solution. They really help make you feel connected to the sim. But to be honest, when I play R Factor 2, I feel an AC, I feel super connected to the car without a motion rig. Nice one, VPR me. What's your icon of? I thought it's a pumpkin, and it's like a cat with shades. I don't know what's going on there. Are you being sarcastic, Stuart? Oh, that's not sarcasm. In ACC, you have to use every centimetre of the track. Well, you could say that with every sim. What was that going to do? Oh, another car. Let's try a different track. Do we have Brands Hatch in this? We do have Brands Hatch in here. Where's my mouse? New track. Oh, thanks, Stuart. Why are you being nice? Yeah, we're going to join a server in a minute. Hopefully someone can create a server for us. Would be awesome. Seriously serious. Oh, dear. Yeah, let's try Brandsy Hatchu. Just want to try to see the porker. So the skins on this. Enzo Benito. Bono Huis. Bono. Oh, is his picture not in here? Oh, come on, guys. Got to get Bono in here. Oh, dear. Right. Nice. I mean, look at that. You see, the reflections are really nice in Unreal Engine. I could do Zandvoort, yeah, good idea. Got some. Is it in? Is it in there now? There it is. Get ready for them to destroy Zandvoort. There's nice little videos showing you about the track and stuff. No, I think they're not going to do RTX. The problem with RTX is it's very demanding. Well, it depends what you use RTX for, but in general, and then not that many people have it. And then if you put it in the game and people use it with cards that don't have RTX, because now you can do RTX on graphics cards that don't have the tensor cores or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, RTX is a bit of a fail, really. RTX is it's like how PhysX was when PhysX was individual cards. And if you remember, like in 2006, 2005 to 2008, PhysX was like on separate cards, and then they integrated it into the graphics cards, and now basically you have PhysX built in instead. Like it's in games by default or in graphics cards. So that's what RTX will be, but it's going to take like PhysX, it's going to take like 4 or 5 years for it to be. Well, we'll just stick with default here.
Stay in double file.
Did you try it in the end, Chris Bow? I almost got that because it looked really fun, like the original drone mod. Oh, hang on. Someone said they wanted us to put the force feedback on like 50. I mean, normally a good way to do force feedback in a game is in terms of setting up the strength and stuff on your wheel, is you see this as the force feedback meter. It's down the bottom right-hand corner, or you can't see it. But you see the force feedback meter in the game, and you turn the force feedback up in the game as high as possible to when you're not getting clipping from the game's force feedback. And then you... so on like the highest load corner, you're not getting clipping. and then you just adjust your physical wheel strength to what you happen to like. That's often a generally acceptable process for getting good force feedback settings for your wheel. Like, what's weird, CB, is those drones in reality don't fly as you would intuitively expect a drone to fly. Like, because they're so small and they have so much torque, power to weight ratio, they fly insane. And I also think that that kind of allows them to, you can have like a very simplified flight physics model in these RC games, and the drones actually come across as like pretty realistic, way more so than remote control aeroplanes or remote control helicopters especially. It's like, no, this, I don't think that's helped the force feedback. I need to turn my wheel up as well. I can't feel what I'm doing driving this car at all. Put this back on the 100. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just find ACC really dull to drive, and it's harsh, but it's just, I'm being honest. I didn't feel bad, because I really like Kunos. I really like the developers. And I really appreciate the work that goes into this, but I just find it super dull. No, I'd say this is still better than GT Sport. I mean, GT Sport has its own weird like physics. I'd say with ACC it's the opposite freak show. ACC is like clinical. It's very. The optimal way to drive it is to drive it in a very bland. I don't know. I say it might be realistic. I don't know these things. Engine's making weird noises. I don't know if it's traction control. Let's turn it off for giggles. So I think, like, I just think it's the force feedback with ACC. I don't know, it absolutely kills me. Well, that was me driving on the curbs. Don't drive on the curb with no traction control. Well, let's try a different setup.
Going double
Yeah,
file.
GT Sports on PS4. Let's put the... oh, hang on. What's the view change? There it is. Let's drive in a better view. I'll put the traction control on something not stupid. It's nice how all the buttons are automatically mapped to this wheel. Like, they've obviously worked with Fanatec, which is decent. Yeah, I don't think if you're playing like on a G25 or something, probably won't make that much difference. Like on a G25, the main thing is getting the self-aligning torque. So basically, the rear of the car, like when the back steps out, for the force feedback to just pull the opposite way. And that's kind of like the most you can really hope for on a wheel like the G25, for the most part. I mean, you can feel other stuff with it, but. So, I would imagine actually with the G20, G25, 27, 28, 29, probably actually feels quite good with a game like this because it's not being oversaturated with other like little changes in the force feedback too much. G25 for life. Nicely, this Formula 1 rim's not hurting my wrist. I sprayed my wrist earlier and it was really killing on my other rim, but on this it's fine. So I might have to drive with the Formula wheel for a bit. This is a much better view to drive from.
Car on the left.
Lower when you drive with like a lower field of view in a driving sim or closer to the front of the car, it makes rotational movement of the car relative to the road surface more obvious, so it makes it easier to visually see if you're sliding around and stuff. Also, I think it gives you a better perception of speed because you can see more of the road close to the car. Hey, Brandon Penno, yeah. It seems to be running better though, the game. I mean, this track looks gorgeous, but I mean, I'm using a 2080 Ti and a 3900X, so. Probably not the best, you know. It's a really nice version of Zandvoort, this. The 3D artists, the art team at Kunos are really talented. I mean, the thing is, as critical as I am about the force feedback, the force feedback and handling on this is miles better than the old tire model on iRacing. I mean, this absolutely kills iRacing's old tire model.
Clear on the left.
Missed the break point there. Almost killed two people. Yeah, you see the shadows are really nice as well. The general shading's good, and the shadows are really good. Now, it's a real shame that this didn't have a competitive system in it. See, look, that glass looks really nice as well.
Well done, mate. Across the steps.
I'm probably near max graphics settings. But as I said, my system's stupid. Like, it's a 2080 Ti and Ryzen 3 900X. It's a joke computer. Like, I would never buy my computer unless it was like unless it's your job. It'd be stupid to spend that amount of money on a computer. You'd have to be mental.
Clear on the right.
grip seems really on and off in this Porsche.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I think the game will just run. They'll just gradually improve the performance, and that's probably the biggest VR optimization you could hope for. What time is it? It's 12:40. But I started streaming at like 5 AM or something, so this is the second stream of the day. That's why if I seem a bit weird. No, the original SimSig. Was it really £4,000? Because graphics cards 1,000. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, but I don't know. If I don't know, if you've got the disposable income, there's worse things you could spend money on for sure. But I don't know. The thing is, I was like, Gamer Muscle poverty stories. I had no money at all for so long, and was like ridiculously frugal for so long. I'm by no money, I mean not even like nothing basically. So if you have that for like 15 years plus, I say like let's say like 13, 14 years of having absolutely no money, then you get into a mindset of being like, oh my god, spending money on anything. So you know, I guess it's good to always be frugal with stuff. Cheap tea. No, I'd always spend money on tea. You can't, yeah, you gotta. I mean, the thing is, Lidl's Gold Blend is fine, and that is still cheap. Tech One Motorsports. Oh well. Is that because you do real-world motorsports? Motorsports is for rich people that want to feel poor again. Motorsports is the dumbest thing ever. You could you get to a point. If you get to a point where you can afford to do real-world motorsport, and then you do real-world motorsport, you'd have to be an idiot. It's like, why would you inflict that financial damage on yourself? Motorsport's worse than flying. That's how stupid it is. Like you can go fly. Like you can literally own a plane and fly it for like infinitely cheaper than just driving, even in like a very, very low end series of race car. Idiot. You bought a car. Fail. But I mean, you only live once. I mean, that's the other side of it. You do only live once. And you wouldn't want to be like 70 or whatever. I don't know. You know, you wouldn't want to be like at an age where you can't do stuff because you physically just can't do it. And you're like, wish I'd done that. It's stuck in oversteer because I just turned it in too much. There's no force feedback warning for that. What's that? 360 no scope. I live to crush my enemies, to see them driven before me, and to hear the lamentations of Gamer Muscle. 2080 Ti, still. Ah, come on. How can you be so stupid? How much did you spend on it, Mr. Sty? I think mine was literally £999 on a bloody graphics card that probably only gets like 10 FPS more than the 2070. I mean, I don't. In my case, I'm on a computer for like 12 hours a day and that's my excuse. I've got an excuse. I have you guys being channel members paying for it all, so it's fine. But if you're not a streamer, you don't have any excuse. It's like buying gold or something. Yeah, £1,000, it's a lot of money to spend on like 25, 30 FPS. What day is it today? Nothing beats Intel. Well, Tech War Motorsports. I'm supporting AMD now because we need the competition. I love gold. I always wanted to own like a big gold bar. I mean, it'd be totally pointless to have, but I just like the idea of a big chunk of gold. But that's a lot of money to buy a big gold bar, so that's not happening. I don't know, I just want to feel like Scrooge McDuck or something. Daytime fireworks, why not?
Alright, the race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best. Bring it back to the pits.
Look how fast the wheel's moving. Calm down, Boris. Jeez. It's a little bit hardcore. Yeah. I don't know. It seems... It looks like the underlying game is... I mean, I don't know if it's just my computer's faster, but things just seem a lot more polished in general. But the force feedback's basically the same, which is my real problem with this game. Cool replay. You've spent 12,500 on sim. How do you do that? We've been buying. At least GamerMuscle's getting it better and better economically wise. For me, it was the other way around. I quit my job and sold all my toys, and I'm an avid slacker right now. Sucks to be tired of money. Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm making like a median income, as long as I'm making enough money to put money in a pension, pay for living costs and house and stuff, and then be able to like go out every now and again. You know, what more could you want? That's all you need, isn't it, really? Have I driven the AMG GT3? No, I haven't. I'll give it a go. As long as you can afford RAM. Well, no, I need more. I can't have that. Let's turn the dynamic dampening off. But it'd be nice if they maybe had like an understeer thing, like the exaggerated understeer, or I don't know, something to like round off the force feedback. Like maybe it's because I think it's because the suspension is much better simulated in this than AC. Like it's a lot tighter. Like real race car suspension is like insanely like relative to road cars and stuff. It is basically like it's like solid. And I think a lot of the sort of force, that mid-corner force feedback and that kind of perception of what gives G-force feel comes from suspension travel coming through the force feedback for whatever reason. And I think and this seems to be as Kunos improved AC's suspension simulation, that aspect of that force feedback got worse and worse across AC's development, and I think it's just continued with this. I'm not sure why that's not happened in R Factor 2. Because other simulators that's not happened at all. Like R Factor 2, you really feel like really good information for that sort of load of the car and everything. I mean, maybe they're wrong or whatever. Yeah, I mean, as you said before, they might be doing a very literal interpretation of what the steering column feels like in the car. What modern sim do you think is most realistic? I don't know. I don't really care. It's what there's just like a ballpark of physics that I'm happy with. I did. I've already tried that tea goblets. We were going to try another car, and then hopefully someone can set up a server because I can't. And then yeah. So let's do that. Actually, I was going to put the force feedback back up a bit, and then turn it down on my wheel a bit. See if that makes a difference. Let's do a bit of Brandsy Hatchy. Well, I'll do the Bentley. Martin Vandis, I haven't tested it, and I don't know, but I'd imagine it would. Normally, triple screen is sort of just over double what you'd get for using a single screen. Oh, we go. Look, Jordan Pepper, Stephen Kane. I'm gonna be Jules Gounon. Try Spa with a bigger grid. Okay, I'll put that on the list of things to do. You feel the loss of grip in this. Like when you've gone over the limit, it lightens up straight away. When you're on the brakes and it's scrubbing, you feel that as a vibration. It's having a variation of a sort of fall off to the force feedback mid-corner for how much grip you've got remaining is just not in this game. It's like what you've got to play with in terms of force feedback and the time information is like a very narrow band that's got a very immediate fall off on it, which probably is quite realistic to what it would feel like in a real steering column, I'd imagine, but it doesn't help you drive. Like you without the G-forces, you admit it basically means you're driving blind in a sim. Project Cars 2 has, it doesn't have it for braking, but Project Cars 2 has the mid-corner tyre load. Like, as you're pushing through the corner in Project Cars 2, you can feel the force feedback ramp up or ramp down, depending on how much load you're putting on the wheels. Okay, this is, I'm going to have broken wrists here.
Right, here we go. Go.
Oh dear, don't hit me. Hang on a minute. Ow. You're sitting on the wrong side of the car. Oh no. They built the car wrong.
Going double file.
I'm not going to argue with you, Kakashi Senpai, but you're wrong. No, it might be fine. It might be fine, but it doesn't give... There's a specific type of information it doesn't give, which you might be perfectly happy with. But as someone that uses that to drive in AC, Race Room, Project Cars 2, iRacing, it just... It feels like there's something totally missing. What wheelbase am I running? The Fanatec Podium DD wheel.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
There's no force feedback for that slide at all.
Car on the left.
There is force feedback, but no force feedback of use.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Hello, Lucas Sen. Steering shaft, steering rack. Yeah, I know. Yeah, That's why I'm saying it's a design philosophy. Just bizarre that Kunos, for the logical extension from that is that you need a motion rig, otherwise, like, it's like, that's it. That's what's absurd about it. Oh, you want to actually drive from field? Oh, you need a motion rig. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, so that's like what, 0.001 of people. Yeah, see that mushy feel of force feedback is letting you know how much grip you've got.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
If you play iRacing on a DD or AC on a DD wheel, it's really not mushy. I mean, relatively speaking, it's mushy, but it's not. Get your wallet out. What's weird to me is that the people that disagree with the statement I make there, it's like, it seems to me there's a group of people that are literally imagining something that's not there. Like, it's not there. And there's a lot of people that I guess maybe they're just not getting what I'm saying, because this, you know, the self-aligning's there. You do have like this, you can feel the suspension. There's a lot going on in the force feedback. It is still very immersive. Still infinitely better than GT Sport. A lot better than iRacing's old time model. But I mean, I don't know. I think short of like putting these people on a rig that I've set up or with R-Factor 2 AC or whatever and going, that's what I'm talking about, I don't think there's going to be any convincing them. I don't want to argue with you, Kakashi, because I've had this discussion like 100 times and it's just boring now. You don't use force feedback to be a fast sim racer. You can literally drive with no force feedback and be the world's fastest sim racer. It's not the dynamic dampening setting. The dynamic dampening, I believe, is as you go faster, the force feedback loads up, like applies more or less dampening depending on the speed that you're going at. So it's like a variable dampening for dependent on the speed that you're travelling at. That's all that is. So dynamic dampening might give you the illusion of there being more variation in the force feedback. There is more variation in the force feedback from dynamic dampening, but it's not variation that's driven from like the grip that you've got on the tyres. It's just from the speed of the vehicle. I'm not complaining, I'm just literally telling you how it is. It's not a complaint. need to produce a little manual.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
full mode. Looks like boy in the mirror. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Welcome to the channel. I want to do an online race in this. It'd be good fun. This is just the dash view. It'd be really nice to do an online race, but no one, I don't think anyone's going to create a server. Maybe I just join a public server. Hey Philoggy, no, I've tried a whole ton of settings. 801. Boy. What's that about? What's the 801 about? Why have they sprayed that on it? Is that like...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
It's Jimmer. Jimmer boy. I didn't say Harry Driver.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
It's like it's just, it's on the limit. I mean, we've got grip, Turning in. Now it's in like a slide. Can't really do anything with it. These tight corners kind of, I don't know. You just. Yeah, these streams probably not capturing the actual graphical quality of the game too well. I like it when they put bollards on the inside of corners. Can the new Simplicity wheels be run with SimuCube? Oh no, I don't think they do. I think they use their own software. I'm not sure. You'd have to look into that. Caravan for a bet. I'm uploading at 10 megabits a second, and I'm using the 6-core processor to encode the video.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 2. Well done, mate. Personal best. Car on the right.
Oh.
Clear on the right.
Just stuck in a huge slide there. Tell the left-hand tyres definitely heat up a lot more than the rights on this track. It's those prolonged right-hand corners put a lot of wear on the tyres. The boy Pat, I know. Should fire rockets at him. I don't think they will do mods for ACC. Not really that kind of a game. Finished the race. Can they not hire like a voice guy to doesn't sound depressed? The iRacing spotter's nice. Like they need like an Australian voice actor for this.
All right, checkered flag. Good job. You did the best you could. I'll bring the car back.
Right, I'm gonna try and join an online session here. I mean, it's been running really nice, but as I said, I've got an absolute beast system. I think a lot of esports is a bit of a bubble, to be honest. It's like there's potential growth there. There's people betting on things being the next big the next big sport, and so if you actually get your bet right, there's a lot of money to be made. But there's so many games and so many different esports avenues. I mean, it depends. As a sort of marketing avenue, esport kind of makes sense, like for cars, especially for car companies that want to get to a younger audience. But I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical of esports unless it's something that's grown organically from the game. So if you have a game with like 2 million players, well, you can then charge £5 or whatever. Well, not even charge. Like if you have 2 million players, there's going to be at least 250,000 people, maybe even more, like 500,000 people that will tune into the big events that they do. So you don't need to like manufacture that. It's like it comes from the fact that the game's a popular game that people want to play competitively, like Dota, League, CS:GO or something. Something like driving simulators, there's not that many people playing them, and it's like, well, you've got the real world sport. Why would you watch the game instead of the real thing? And even the real thing, a lot of people can't be bothered to watch it because a lot of the real world motorsport is really dull. From a general person's viewpoint, it's like, well, no one's dying in it, so they're not excited by it. The reason historic motorsport was massively popular is because you'd have to be bloody insane to get in the car. Like, they might die. You might see people die, which, like, it's morbid. And I don't want to see people die, but that makes for compelling viewing. You're like, oh, this person versus that person, they might die. It's dangerous. It's crazy. And it's so noisy. And it's a massive spectacle. That's why motorsport's like, oh, God, anyone's got to watch it. Even if you hate cars, you'll be like, oh, my God, this is insane. Esport, like, super placid, like Blancpain, for example. Yeah, there'll be hardcore people, and there'll be people that like Ferraris and the specific car brands. There'll be those people. But for sort of total general viewership, why would you be interested in it? And then when you get to the simulation version of it, it's like, well, it's even more removed. Yeah, well, that's the problem. That's exactly, Chris Bowers. One of the downsides of modern motorsport. It's got quieter. That would 30% higher. They should do sim racing, but they should electrify the sim rigs, or they should put explosives in the sim rig that loses and blow the person up. I'd watch that. Yeah, I know, Aberfire. Let's see if I can fix it. Thanks for reminding me again. Let's see if this works. Thank you. There we go. That may or may not work. So you want it? I'm not saying what I want. I don't want people to be dying doing sports. I'm just saying what's innately compelling to people. Although, saying that, I will tune into the Isle of Man TT where possible because it's insane. It's like absolutely bonkers. So put it this way: if someone said to me, "Oh, Gamer Muscle, do you want to drive a Formula 1 car?" I'd say, yeah. Someone's like Silverstone, whatever. Maybe not Monaco. I'd probably say yes still. But if someone's like, here's a Formula 1 car, you can drive it around Silverstone, I'd be like, yeah, go on, I'll get in it. Yeah, go for it. If someone said to me, here's the Isle of Man and here's a motorbike, I'd be like, no thanks. No thanks. Do you know what I mean? So I would much rather watch. It's like if you're watching someone do like rock climbing without a rope. You can't not watch it. And that's what's compelling about it. Even if you know nothing about rock climbing, you can, on an innate human level, you can be terrified by watching someone rock climb without ropes. So it's compelling viewing as a complete outsider to the activity. Sim racing, unless you have done sim racing, there's a racing component of who will win, but unless you care about the people taking part, that's moot. And then outside of that, it's like, well, you'd have to be a sim racer. So then you get to the gaming thing, and it's like, well, what's the actual audience for the given game? And then you end up in the same position as other esports, which is why F1 esports is kind of viable, because there's the F1, it's a console game, so there's a lot of players of it, and GT Sport. Oh, look at the chat room! We can just do quick join, can't we? And that's why GT Sport's viable, because there's like 2 million players of it. What's Supercar? I hope the time zone is not right. I mean, that's the other aspect of motorsport, is the time zone. So I would, from a sort of technical standpoint, I'd quite like to watch IndyCar, but it's just not on at the right time. Yeah, those videos, Lee, for the Russian kids. Okay, join this. Do the quick join if you want to join us, guys. I've just joined this random server. Oh my god, this is Zolder, isn't it? We're actually at bloody Zolder. Oh no, is this Hungaroring? I was not paying attention. I'm in a I'm in a Lamborghini as well. Oh no, this is Zolder. No, this is Hungary. I can't even tell where I am. I can't see anything. This is Hungary. I know where I am now. I can't bloody see anything now. No, when I came, I would have been able to see the windmills by now if it was Zolder. Is this game a muscle ring? I can't see. It's so dark on my monitor, and the headlights are like a bloody just in the middle. I need wider headlight spread here. The Simon Photo, the FFB is better than iRacing old tyre model FFB. It's the handling and driving and physics and force feedback are better than like GT Sport, iRacing old tyre model. But you know, I'm like a Kunos fanboy, and you know, I absolutely detest the iRacing old tyre model. So you know. Jeez, I'd hate to drive these at night. I just didn't recognise the track in the dark, alright? It's not my fault the headlights are only illuminating 2 centimetres of the road in front of me. This is clearly Monaco. I only know Brands Hatch. Oh, Christ. Can someone put the daylight on? Can someone rotate the planet a bit? Oh yeah, what's the button to change the headlights? I don't know what the headlight button is. Doesn't seem to be any of these. Look at that! Oh, it looks... Hang on! From the external view, it's lighting up way more. It's just the HDR settings. Right. I'm going to turn the brightness up. There we go. We've got everything on pretty much epic here. How do you change your... Can we not change the hue, like the brightness? Oh, here we go. Exposure gain. Shouldn't that be on 1? Oh, no. It goes up to 50. Oh, no. It goes up to 80. Let's put it on 50. See what happens. Oh, well, now we've made it way too sharpened. Oh, I can see it. I think I can see better now. Oh, I don't know. Server's filled up, which is cool. Sparko Gaming. Let's make money from gamers. We make products for cars, but there's more gamers, so we'll put gaming after our products and make more money. Makes sense. You might as well. Gaming normally means the shit version, though. Like, have you noticed that with headphones? You have, like, Sennheiser making awesome headphones, like these headphones. Sennheiser make great headphones, and then they do, like, a gaming set of headphones, which are just, like, a shit version of their normal version, but they put gaming, some LED lights. They haven't done that, but, you know. That's normally how it works. Ah, the sun's come out. Beautiful. That's what I needed. Aggressive setup. I'm ready now. We're good. Can I? Guess we can't click it. I don't know. I watched F1 in 2002 to like 2007. I found it really entertaining because even if the racing in terms of who's going to win wasn't the most compelling, you watch an onboard of that and it'll blow your nipples off. And it sounded amazing. And the drivers were absolutely hammering the cars around the track. Whereas you watch F1 now, the drivers hammer the car for the first 5 corners and then they're like, oh, there's no point anymore because it's just putting wear on the tyres. And the overall strategy is way more, like the overall pacing is going to be way more important than putting wear on the wheels. So it's been like that since Kubica's crash. That's when F1's been rubbish. I mean, this is nice. We just click quick join. I don't know how many people join this because why the cars behind us disappeared. What's going on here? Have I? Why are the cars behind us vanishing? Oh well. Yeah, we just click quick join and we're in a game.
Car on the left.
I'm sorry, my brakes. I was expecting brakes.
Clear on the left.
Oh, there they are. It's just the mirror. Okay. The one thing you need the mirror to draw are the cars. The one thing it doesn't draw are the cars.
Car on the left.
4x. 4x for me there. Brakes are cold. I was expecting them to work a little bit. They did not. Guilty.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Oh, that was nice of him to get off the road. Oh, Christ. It's out now, Whitehawk. Anyone can get it. Oh man, this just handles awful. This car. This is just shit. I turned the wheel too much, so the rear's lost grip, and you can't do anything. I mean, I could hear the sound of it, but there's no force feedback for that. Bloody awful. Now the tyres are cooked. Jesus Christ.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I mean, bollocks to this.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Oh no. It's not on the brakes and it's locking up. It's just the rotation of the car is causing the rears to go over the limit. It's because I'm turning the wheel too much. Oh, now I don't even dare. Now I'm scared to turn the steering wheel. Well, there's the wall.
Some light damage on the front of the car.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Oh, man. You shouldn't have to memorize how to drive a simulated car. I don't think. You should just be like, it should just make sense.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
I have done Stuart. It's miles better. It's great. Yeah.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
The Seminole photo, the force feedback normally comes from the physics engine, and it's very hard to make real-time physics. So the physics engines normally end up being quite different in terms of how the end drive ends up being. So that's often why the force feedback ends up being different. There's also different philosophies as to how to generate the force feedback, and then some games give you more or less force feedback options, so... Front end feel rank counter.
Well, mate, this has been your personal best.
All right, Antoine. Feels like I'm skiing down these slopes. I've put the dampening on 0. I had it on higher before, but I turned it off. Doesn't make any difference. I mean, it does feel different, but... Oh, gee, I mean, what is that about? Am I being blue flagged? Oh no. It's basically the same as before, driver.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
But that's not the case, Sebastian. I mean, you might be right in what you're saying in terms of tyre pressures affecting force feedback, but the force feedback's the same as it's always been. Still not going to... We're not talking about a subtle difference in force feedback. This is literally just goddamn awful. I want a refund on my Lambo here. Pretty awful. No. Oh, that's it.
We've got some light damage on the front.
Oh, jeez, it's bugging me. Right, yeah, I think I'm done with that. Worst simulator of 2019. I can't take any more. I can't take any more. Oh, no. Well, that's it. That's another update to ACC. If you like ACC, then it seems to run better. It seems more polished, but I really don't like ACC. It's not for me. ACC, it's not for me. Oh, dear. Love the devs, hate the game. Oh, F4, format C drive. Oh, God. Every time I play ACC. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh. I mean, what can you do? We've got the best wallpaper. I don't know what to do now. I've installed it on the wrong disk. Good point. I'm going to boot up Kartcraft. I've not played this update. Yeah, I won. You want a wooden... Oh, no! Why is Kartcraft loading on the wrong screen? What are you doing? I can't... It's loaded half and half. We have to buy go-karts now. World of Speed. Why am I buying a tent? Okay. It'd be nice if I could show you guys what I'm doing here, but it's on the wrong monitor, so... Well, I'm buying a drone as well. Why am I buying a drone in a game, in a go-karting game? Fair enough. No, well, come on. Settings, here we go. Graphics. Why would it not load up onto primary monitor? Display. I need to find out which display this is. 3, okay. Fair enough. Could do Red Dead Redemption with a wheel. It's a good idea. Right. Oh, let's max everything out. Why not? Let's see what happens. Nice. I hope there's an invert option. We've got to invert everything. Clutch invert on. What? I've got invert for clutch, but nothing else. Oh. There we go. Oh, bugger me. That's not ideal. No. Why the input delay? What is going on here? The world's largest amount of input delay ever in the history of all games. Well, that's not delayed. You can't bind any control to the dial on the wheel. I don't know. I don't know how to fix that. V-Sync's disabled, so what is that? Maybe it's just this intro thing. Why is that so delayed? I don't know what's going on there. Finished. This is Kartcraft, yeah. Nope, still doing it. Must be like a wheel smoothing option. Ah, there we go. Steer assist. Turn the force feedback up. Hey Nick, just it's the same as before. I'm not a fan of ACC. Here we go. This car's so nippy. Oh, where we're going? Oh, okay, we're going right there. Whoops. This is going to be killer when it gets multiplayer. Woo. We've got the same plan repeating itself. Here we go. I'm a winner. Now we've got to do next. We'll see where we can get on the leaderboards. They've still got the person that pops up. Okay. Oh, we're making new levels here. May have turned the force back on too hard. Oh, there we go. Hello, Lucas. Whoa! Oh, we're ahead of the ghost. Oh, no! see Formula rims on go-karts? You don't typically turn go-kart wheels that much. You think they'd be more comfortable to hold on to. Take it. Level up. I find this really fun to play. Hello, Alden Southwick. Thank you for subscribing. Look. Whoop up. They need to leave that in. They never need to get rid of that. Why is the defeated guy celebrating? What's that about? Well, we've reset all the levels and everything in this. Tarmac looks great. Well, you are really close to it in a... We're 700. You're really close to it in a go-kart game. So it helps quite a bit. Right. So if anyone wants to join in this and see what lap time you get. I really like Kartcraft. I'm still not a fan, Lucas. Go. Ah, did not take the speed of that. Ah, what a line! Ah, that was not a good line. Simulated choke in the airbox. Whoa! It's got simulated birds. Have it! Same hot air balloon. Every simulator's a bloody hot air balloon simulator. You can't escape it. Ah, look at that. New ranking 710. I think we can get in the... Oh, no! No, national. 56th national. Oh, there's setups now for the hot lapping. They've reset everything, all the scoreboards and everything. You could. Last time we played that, it was really good. We ended up both in the same place on the scoreboard. Oh, that was a good line. Absolutely hammered it through there. Oh, what? He's caning it through that corner. This guy's terrible at every corner bar one. Slow in, fast out. Moving up. 33.02. Well, there's a lot of time to be made here. And they've just added more cars to it in single player. Fast in, fast out. They need the multiplayer in this desperately, because then it'll be awesome. Just as a game for us to load up to like do sub racing with. Karting's the kind of thing where in games where it's just fun to like load up with your friends and have quick races. You often end up with like really fun, close racing in go-karts. bugger. I need spinal surgery now. I don't know, can you get it for like 15 quid? They did it, set a sale for it a while back. Ah, messed that up. Imagine go-karting in iRacing, it'd be hilarious. Actually, it's almost weird that iRacing haven't done go-karting, because you'd think as a training thing, it'd be a big audience that would want to tap into it. That's because you're a racing machine, Julian. Throttle stuck open. Just drive straight into a wall, it's fine. You just have to spin it and then jump out the go-kart. Oh yes, we're in the 32s. I think we can do a 32.5. I think a 32.5 is possible. Yeah, once it's got multiplayer, it's easily worth that. I've already... Did I buy it? I think I did actually buy it. I can't remember. No, I didn't buy it. But if I had, I'd have already got £15 of value out of it. Just doing hot lapping. Right, last one here. And then I'm going to try and do a race with AI. See if that's changed. Well, that's not the line. Landed right on the wheels. Hey Andrew, you lick it. Well, I'm alright, thanks. Welcome to the chat. We're just chilling out. It's been a bit of a long day. Christ, this guy's got a much better line through some of these corners. Got to get the line right for that to get the power sooner. How good would it be if they made this into a simulation Mario Kart? If it was open to modding so you could play as Super Mario in VR. That'd be so good! Like simulation Mario Kart. It'd be amazing. With the Mario Kart tracks modded into it as well. God, this guy's killing me. I've got to smooth it out through some of these corners. This is really fun. It's really nice, like the actual handling and the four-speed bike's really nice. They've made the karts a lot more stable from the earlier versions, like this. lot less exaggerated. Feels way more planted. Ah, this guy's killing me. Whoa! Put a wheel on the grass. I don't really understand the iRacing AI. So surely if you pay and play iRacing, surely you're just paying it for the multiplayer. Like, why would you play iRacing against AI? Because the other sims are better for single player. So what? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't get it. I guess if you only play iRacing, it's a feature. Broken ribs. Oh, we jumped the curb and got away with it. Come on. Bloody hell, this guy's too quick. Is this you, Julian Sheen, in the game? You'd probably be at the top of the scoreboard. Good. Man, he's killing it through the exit. Ah! Oh no! You bugger! Oh yes, better line. Oh, maybe hugging the inside's better. Hello, Kimon. To brake than to slide to slow down. So Darfing's down a touch. Oh, what a net! That was better. That was better. That was a good line through there. Yes. Yes. Woo. Have it, you bugger. We had that. Defeated. 565. Where are we? 44th nationally. Let's have a look at the scoreboards here. How this puts you into the hot lap thing is really well done. Because it makes you really want to go and you're like, oh, I'll try and beat the next person this time. Race Room's good for that as well. Oh, here we go. Random call sign. Ah, we beat your time so far. 32 leg laughs ahead of us. So if people are friend up on us on Steam, we can have a little friend off. Random call sign could easily beat my time on that. I think he's normally pretty good with go-karts. Oh, I was going to do a race actually, wasn't I? Let's give that a go. Should do we can have 13 AI now, 15 AI. Let's see if we can beat more medium. What's the most expensive of iRacing is the most expensive game that I've bought. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Here we go. my god. Oh dear, total carnage. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, get off me! Oh, we're still alive, still alive. Ow. I mean, this is going to be so good as multiplayer. Ow. Hey, look at my hands all right on this. Oh, it's flipping. Dead. For some reason, this isn't aggravating my wrist. Drift entry. Inside line. Oh, traffic code's a bit not a good idea to drive over in a go-kart. Now we know. Oh my god. Back is so skittish on the brakes. Okay, and then go the wheel. Hot air balloon attack. Oh my god, worst line through there. Well, that air balloon's going max power there. Oh no, random. It's not right. Ow. Can we get a ban on random call sign? I have to beat your time later. Oh my god. Touch of dampening on my control here. This is so good. Starting to get the lines a bit better. This might be the last lap. No, final lap now. This is great with the DD wheel as well. Hey, Mister, yeah, it really is good fun. Oh, why are they all slowing down? They've all been bamboozled. Goodbye. Ah! Take that. Ow. Ow. Okay. Textbook rejoining there. Oh. Get out. Oh, God. Let's just finish in reverse. No, it is. No, but it's going to be awesome when they add multiplayer. 15th. We did all right then until we died. Oh, there we go. Not me celebrating. It was too easy. What time did you get? Let's see. Which track was it on random? I've reached level 2. What do I get for that? I don't know. He thinks it's GT Sport. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to try this in VR with my updated, upgraded system. Right, what did you do it on? Time trial. Was it on this one? Bugger. 32.5. I've got to get a 32.5. Random course, I set down the gauntlet here. Might turn the force feedback down a touch though, because a little bit strong. Right, here we go, random. 32.5. There's no way I'm getting that here. My lines are all over the place. I've got worse lines than the BT phone installation. You didn't do any setup tweaking, did you, random? Turn my forcing back down too much. Oh my god. Turned it up too high. 60. Yeah, it will display his ghost when I get to it within his time. I know, yeah, I do. It is easier in VR. I have played this in VR. I played this with the Pimax in VR. It's pretty good. Too deep. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Don't mind my lines. Don't mind me driving all over the track. I think people have flown tighter lines around this track. Now we stop playing it. I've been monitored. Oh dear. I've got worse lines than the toddler trying to, I don't know, try to draw something complicated. analogy breakdown there. Perfect line through there. Look how fast it was. Mansell. I see smooth. RC's so smooth with his driving, the go-kart asked him out on a date. I'm so rough with my driving, I end up getting taken to court for domestic abuse. I just can't. I just want to overdrive, you know. Oh Christ! Yeah, maybe I need to sleep on it. I need the hot air balloon. I'll be faster in that. You don't have a wheel to turn the hot air balloon. You just turn the gas on and you go. Every time I go too deep into that. What is wrong with me? And this one. Oh, Christ. I need to use the slow down pedal more. It's because he's getting on the gas earlier because he's braking more. Almost out of it. No, this is some other person's ghost. Leaving for a poor review. All right, Geordie. Have fun, man. Sorry we disappointed you. I'd file a complaint. Oh my God. Right, I'm going to try one or two more times. Yes! 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 Oh, we need random call signs time. Random call sign. We might have defeated you. Hang on a minute, let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the leaderboards here. Ah, he's just improved his time, you bastard. You bastard. He's just gone in and done more laps. And we got Mixel 38s now. Just put a lap in 32.5. Oh, can we get a ban? Right, good. Let's go again. We had him, and then he's just improved it by 2/10. Ban. That's not fair. You said you can't improve whilst I'm just lapping. I know I can get that time though. I see the potential now. And that'd be cool, Freak Show. Oh! We locked down the lines here. What was he on? This is Armour 3 karts. What was random call sign's time? What was call sign's time? I'm going to improve this one. I got in. Back to it, random. Wow, we've been faster than the bird. It was all because I nailed T1 with like an insane. Of course I did a 2997. No way. Mafia. When you get chased by the mafia in the woods. What are you playing, CB? I don't know what that is, CB, but I think you might be playing something different from what anyone else is playing. Slender Man. It's not the mafia. Joking. Hello. We're just lapping the hot laps. Exit somehow. Ah. Whoa. Oh, this guy messed up this corner, that's why. I have become deep vein thrombosis large llama. That was it. Cheeky lines. 32-1. What was it? What was Random's time? We can get 32 flat. I'm feeling it. Right, let's have a look at these scoreboards here. You better not have improved his time again. Barkley Holden. Right, let's see. Ah, defeated. Oh, Mixel 38's managed to beat us. Now, random call signs on 32-2. Sorry. Leglass done a 31-7. Jesus. Well, actually, I'm ahead of random call sign. That's all that matters. Unless he's not refreshed. Ah. He's done a 32 now, too. Ah. He just did it then when we refreshed it. Right. Back on the track. Get a ban on this. Why do we do this? This always happens when we load up hot laps. Joke. Right. Try that again. Well, hang on. Go. Start event. There you go. Plain black. Dry. Right. Here we go. I know we can do his time, though. I've seen it. It's possible. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it up my nose. Come on. Whoa, what a big kick off that. Oh, I was up like tons then and I messed it up. We'd have got, if I'd have nailed that, we'd have got the time there. It's T1 you can gain a lot of time on. The thing with go-karts is like your lines, well, it's like all racing. But go-karts make it really obvious how important track position is. Your wife was correcting your singing. Have a sing-off with your wife. I bet she can't sing the beginning of the Lion King song. I bet she doesn't know the words to that. Oh, bugger me. New line. Ah, I didn't turn it in enough. Watching this, she needs help already. Don't watch bold men in sim rigs. Bad for your health. The only people watching this are people suffering from Stockholm syndrome. my God. This is absolute hammer. This is sub. No, he's caught back up with us. How did he do that? We absolutely smashed it. Oh, that's invalid. I think we got a better line through the first corner there. Ah, look at this. Someone's took over the keyboard. Can confirm. Stockholm all the way. Ah, too much. Jesus. So this is a really good layout. It's like such a nice flow to this. If only I wasn't such a noob. I don't know. Heart rate's dead. Oh my God. We've got to nail T1 and then hook up the rest of the corners. In fact, we just got to be fast. That's the secret. Bogged down a bit there. Turning out of it to like balance the power of the throttle definitely helps you go a lot faster. I think so, full house. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think so. Ah! I thought I got it there. I'm going, Julian. Maintaining throttle through the corner or early as possible, but it's really hard to do that without mucking up. I think getting on the throttle too soon there is pushing us wide, so we're losing a lot of time. The physics are fantastic in this. Right, I can't do this much longer. Man's going to fall off. bugger. I know if I get ahead of him on T1, we can do it. You git. I broke too much just then. Oh man, we're so close. Too much slide. This is torture. Oh, I messed that up. I'm struggling to hold the wheel. RSI. This is like real go-karting where you can no longer hold the wheel because your hands hurt too much. I did see that. It's pretty good. I mean, it is gambling. Oh my god! No! Come on, they're so close! Alright, Lars Lama, thanks for tuning in, man. Right, next one's the last time. Let's go. Last one here. Okay, one more after this. One more. I slid on the last corner there. We would have done it flat. Can't use body weight. Oh my god. And refresh. Let's see. Oh no. 31,933. Oh, I might have to have one more go. Let's have one more go. Oh, we could do better than that. Oh, why did I start hot lapping? This always happens. I have nightmares about this. Bogged down over the... Well, the driver's disappeared from the car. We're racing a ghost. It's a literal ghost car. Oh, too much. He's cheating with weight. That's not fair. There's no remote control. We're racing a remote control go-kart. It's going to be impossible to beat. There's no one in it. Weight advantage. That's random goal sign. Cheating. He's always doing something to win. Remote control go-kart. I knew it. Just look at him driving around. So stupid. Invisible call sign. Ah, too much roll. I need to just slow down more for that corner and we're good. Hello, once again, this is Kartcraft. Ah, you can't, the curbing just doesn't have any bite on it. I want to cut that tighter, but you just can't. I need to basically take the same line he's taking, but brake better. This is the new Tesla go-kart in front. Right, last one. I can't take this. we'll have to revisit this after the wrists have had a break. Basically just beat him by the same time that he did. Still not on the call sign time. Well, now I've beaten him, I've got to beat the next one, haven't I? Tony. Oh dear. Never load up hot lapping, guys. It's bad for your health. Every single time this happens. It wasn't good enough. It just wasn't good enough. Maybe trail breaking it. Good idea. Okay, I'm done. I am done after this. We could do one more, and I've got to stop. I have to stop. Can't take this anymore. Not sure if you can do so. Change it in now. Time trial mode. Oh, this is it. This is the last one. Last one. Killing me. Oh, we've got a good line through there, though. too much. Oh, I can't take it. My hands are killing me. We were close there. We can... Oh, my God. We can do it. Just have to, like, not... No, I can get 31 nines, but I have to, like, link it up. What can we change? One more lap and you would have been... Oh, we can add more sprocket teeth. Well, let's see what happens when we do that. I probably find it a little bit easier in VR. It's a little bit more comfortable in VR. You just have more awareness of the corners and stuff. Well, oh, look, this has a better spinny camera than ACC. It's got a bit of momentum to it. See, that's what I was saying. That's what you need. It just makes it feel slicker. Slower after multiple laps because I literally can't feel my hands. Hello, Marvy. I know I can do it, but the brain's melting. We aero boyed it there. Take more speed off of that. Hot lap addiction helpline. Are you suffering from hot lapitis? Put the pipe down. Put the gear stick down. we're still not on the we're still not in the sub 32s. Ah, Christ. Well, look at his foot on the accelerator. Speed McQueen we're up against next. I did it first time, guys. The wrist's alright, actually, weirdly, with this Formula rim. Not too bad. Man, he's hammering it. Oh, he makes a huge error there. Should be able to do this. Look at that, he totally scruffed Dingle there. Sub 32s. Woo! Yeah, and we can do even better than that. Ah, bloody hell, 15th. Right, Swan Soup. I'm gonna need Swan Soup. Right, here we go. Is that destroyed random call sign? Only took 5,000 goes. Ah, all is good. All's good. Ah, broken wrists. Legolas on a bloody 7 and Mixel 38's up there, but it took us an hour. We got better though. I think if we sleep on it, we'll be better. I bet if it refreshes, it's bloody. No. Random call sign needs to revise his lap time now. Oh, God. Check again? What do you mean check again? Do I have to go out to go back in again? No, it's not. It's not. I've checked again. We're still ahead. It's not updated. Your time's not valid, random course. No, don't do this to me. 188th globally. Easy, guys. I think of course I've got to go back into the sim rig. I've updated it. It's not showing anything else. We're good. We're safe. We're safe, I think, for now. Oh, that's cool. If you get the notifications of it. You just did a 30M. Well, it doesn't think so. It obviously didn't. It doesn't allow it. Sorry, doesn't count. Okay, Julian, I'll give him a go next time. Random call size claiming that he's improved his time, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, random. It was obviously disallowed. You cheated. Can we all refer to James as Gammy Muscle? Right, we can come back to this. We've got to beat Legolas time and Mixel38. This is like the new game, hot lapping Kartcraft to death. Yeah, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. You know, you can't use that as an excuse. You know, just because I put the hard work in to get a better lap time. All that matters is they didn't go, Michael Schumacher, you weren't a world champion because you put more practice in than the other drivers. You know. Guys, I'm going to call this stream an end because I'm knackered. I did try the IER P13C. It's okay. It's not. I don't think it's that special, but it's fine. That was my review of it. It's fine. I prefer the other prototypes in AC. I've upset the sim racing community by having a different opinion. Yeah, ACC is just the same. Okay. I am going. But thanks everyone for watching, taking part, being channel members. we did 6 hours of streaming before this 3 hours. We've been streaming for 9 hours. So, yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you all soon. Hopefully we will be more upbeat soon because we'll have slept. That'll be nice. And then we can get back to videos and live streaming with sleep, which is always a bonus. Yeah, I see you guys soon. Have fun. Smoothendings.com. Oh look, we broke the credits in that. Totally broken. There you go. Stream's ended. That's all right, Marv B. Thanks for taking part. Harry Hellstrom. Jiv79. He didn't bring these up on the screen whilst we were going. Martin Carrera. Kevin DeMitchell. Endro Lewis Spinetti. Ardrio and Alden Southwick. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night. Goodbye. Happy tea drinking. Auf Wiedersehen.